Dear students, in today's lecture, we are going to study about the application of Schrodinger's wave equation. In this lecture, we will study the free particle in one-dimensional box, and we will get the eigenfunction and energy eigenvalues associated with the particle. So, we consider the one-dimensional motion along x-axis of a particle of mass small m in a box having perfectly rigid walls as shown in given figure. Let small a be the distance between the walls, that is size of the box, so that the motion along the x-axis is limited between x equal to 0 and x equal to a. That is, in the region 0 is less than x is less than a, and there is no force acting on the particle. So that in this region the potential energy Vx equal to 0. When particle collides with the perfectly rigid walls, there is no loss of energy, so that the total energy E of the particle remains constant. In order to leave the region, the particle will have to do an infinite amount of work. So, the potential energy outside the box is infinite, and wave function associated with the particle should be 0 outside the box. That is, wave function psi x equal to 0. The potential energy for this box can be written as, that is, Vx equal to 0 in the region 0 is less than x is less than a, Vx equal to infinite for x is less than 0, less than equal to 0, and x is greater than equal to a. Now, in the region 0 is less than x is less than a, the potential energy Vx equal to 0. So, the time independent Schrodinger wave equation of particle can be written as, there the particle moving in one dimensional box, that is Schrodinger equation in can be written as del square psi upon del x square plus 2me upon h cross square psi equal to 0. That is one dimensional Schrodinger's wave equation. It can be written as del square psi upon del x square plus k square psi equal to 0, equation number 2, where constant k is under root 2me upon h cross square. To solve the equation number 2, let me consider the solution of equation number 2, psi x equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx, where a and b are constant which can be determined by applying boundary conditions. We have two boundary conditions. At x equal to 0, psi equal to 0. At x equal to a, psi equal to 0. Because we know that at boundaries of the walls, the wave function associated with the particle will be 0 because there is no particle. By applying first boundary condition in equation number 3, we get b equal to 0. That is, value of the constant b will be the 0. Then the wave function will be psi x equal to a sin kx. Now, by applying second boundary condition in this equation number 4, we get sin a sin ka equal to 0, but there is a does not equal to 0. So, sin ka equal to 0 and k equal to n pi, because we know that for sin theta equal to 0, theta will be the plus minus n pi or n pi. So, here k will be the equal to n pi. So, k equal to n pi upon a, where n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. We cannot take n equal to 0 because for n equal to 0, k equal to 0. So, E will be the 0 and hence wave function psi will be 0 everywhere in the box. Now from equation number 4 and 5, the wave function associated with the particle will be psi x equal to a sin n pi x upon a for nth state. Now, to get the value of constant a, we can apply the normalization condition. The general form of the normalization condition is integration of psi star dx with limit minus infinite to infinite equal to 1, or integration of psi mod square dx equal to 1 with limit minus infinite to infinite. In our case, the particle move from x equal to 0 to x equal to a. So in our case, the limit will be x equal to 0 to x equal to a. So the normalization condition can be written as, in our case, 0 to a, integration 0 to a square sine square n pi x upon a dx equal to 0, after putting the value of wave function psi and complex conjugate of wave function psi, that is psi star, from equation number 6. So after solving this integration, we get the value of capital A, that is constant a equal to under root 2 upon a. Then the resultant wave function psi n x equal to under root 2a under 2 upon a sin n pi x upon a, as given in equation number 7. The above equation shows the solution of Schrodinger's wave equation for free particle in one-dimensional box. And this is the eigenfunction associated with the particle in nth state. Now the eigenfunction and its probability, that is eigenfunction psi 1, psi 2 and psi 3, and probability is psi 1 mod square, psi 2 mod square, psi 3 mod square for n equal to 1, 2, 3, can be represented graphically in given figure. It is observed from the given figure that the number of nodes between the walls of the box for wave function psi will be n minus 1. That is, for n equal to 1, there is no node between the box, but for n equal to 2, there is 1. For n equal to 3, there is 2 nodes. So the number of nodes between the box associated with the wave function will be the n minus 1. The wavelength of matter wave associated with the particle inside the box is, that is the wavelength of the matter wave, that is particle move in the box and a matter wave associated with that particle. So the wavelength of that particle, that waves associated with the particle, will be lambda equal to 2 pi upon k. So lambda will be lambda equal to 2a upon n, and we can find the size of the box also, a equal to n lambda upon 2, that is lambda by 2, lambda 3 lambda by 2. Similarly, we can get the energy eigenvalues. To find the energy eigenvalues, we know that the k equal to under root 2 me upon h cross square and k equal to n pi upon a. So n pi upon a equal to under root 2 me n upon h cross square, imply that n square pi square a square equal to 2 m e n upon h cross square. On solving, we get the energy of nth energy state En equal to n square pi square h cross square upon 2 ma square. These are called eigenvalues of energy of a particle inside the one-dimensional box. From above equation, for n equal to 1, E1 equal to pi square h cross square upon 2 ma square, it is called ground state energy level or 0 point energy of particle. Similarly, we can get for n equal to 2, 3 and 4, that is energy of first excited state E2 equal to 4 E1, second excited state E3 equal to 9 E1, E4 equal to 16 E1, and so on. In general, energy eigenvalue can be written as En equal to small n square E1, where E1 equal to pi square h cross square upon 2ma square, 2ma square. And in general, energy eigenvalue can be written as En equal to small n square E1, where E1 equal to pi square h cross square upon 2ma square, 2ma square. And in general, energy eigenvalue can be written as En equal to pi square h cross square upon 2ma square, 2ma square. The discrete energy level diagram for a free particle in one-dimensional box can be represented as figure. So, in this lecture, we can find the wave function associated with the particle and energy eigenvalues associated with the particle. Thank you.